So how much money do I really make on this duplex? I could tell you this property is valued at just about $400,000 and that I rent each side out for $2,000 a month. So I make $4,000 a month. But that's just half the story. That doesn't talk about any of the expenses, any of the mortgage payments, anything else. So in this video, I'm gonna break down the exact numbers to you so you know how much you can expect to make on owning rental properties. If you're new to my channel, my name is Austin Rutherford, born and raised in Columbus, Ohio, live in South Florida now, flipped and wholesaled hundreds and hundreds of houses, own about a $15 million rental portfolio. And if you're looking to learn more, go to theaustinrutherford.com. So this is a duplex that I own 100% myself. There's no partners, there's no JVs, there's no anything like that. The numbers that I tell you in this video are the real numbers. So most people look at rental properties and they look at like rent minus mortgage. So you rent for $2,000, your mortgage is $1,000, you profit $1,000. And that's not really the entire story. So in this video, I'm gonna talk high level numbers so you can see exactly how it's broke down. And then I'm gonna literally open up my books and my accounting on this property so you can see exactly where all the money was spent. So what is my income on this unit? It's $2,000 per unit. So $4,000 a month in income coming in from tenants. And then what is one of the biggest expenses that I have? It's my mortgage payment. This is $1,874.84 per month that I'm paying every single month in my mortgage payment. And this includes the principal and the interest. So my payment that I have to pay my bank every single month for lending me the money. And it includes my property taxes to the county. And it includes my hazard insurance that I pay in case the property burns down. But what are some other numbers people tend to forget? One of those numbers is property management expenses. You don't want to manage these properties your entire life because you own rentals for the freedom. You don't have the freedom if you're actively managing them. So you can pay anywhere from like 4 to 14% on a property management fee. I pay like 8 to 10% for my management. So the total that I'm paying every single month is $2,194.84 are my total PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and property management expenses that I'm paying every month. Now, understand, this is assuming that there's 100% occupancy and 0 repairs, which basically never happens. So don't get that twisted. If that was the case, I'd be making $1,800 a month in profit, which is a tremendous return and a tremendous rental property, but those just aren't the real numbers. So what are some other numbers you got to take into account? When you hire a property management company, you have to pay them to lease the property. So when the property goes vacant, they have to market the property for rent, show the tenants, do the background checks and credit checks, make sure there's a good tenant, place the tenant in the property, and then they usually get paid 50 to 100% of the first month's rent. So if you lease it for $2,000, you're gonna at minimum be paying your management company a $1,000 leasing fee just to lease the property. On top of that, you gotta pay repairs. So if the tenant goes in there and they destroy the property, or the pipes start clogging, or the electrical stops working, or the furnace needs replaced, or whatever it is, you have to pay to fix these issues. And again, every year, over an entire year, there's usually something that you're gonna have to pay in repairs on the property. Then there's vacancies. Yes, your property is gonna be vacant from time to time. You might miss a month of rent. So instead of you collecting $4,000 a month, you might only collect $2,000 this month because the other unit is vacant. And the other things, sometimes landlords pay utilities. So you might have a water bill or an electric bill or a trash bill or a grass cutting bill. There's other expenses that can come into play when owning rental properties. So just so you can see exactly what this property looks like to compare it to whatever you want to do, or maybe that you already have going on, here's some pictures of this property and you can see that it's very nicely renovated. We put in top of the line stuff, we put in granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. One thing I wish I would have done, I wish I would have put hardwood flooring instead of carpet on the second and third floors, because I wouldn't have had as many repair costs replacing the carpets. You know, super nice high-end rental properties is our goal when we renovate rental properties. And when you do that, that usually leads to getting the best tenants, which usually leads to getting less vacancies, which usually leads to paying less in repairs. So let's actually dive into the actual books for this property for the year of 2020 and the year of 2021. Let's dive in and take a look. So this is the actual P&L, the profit and loss statement for this rental property in the year of 2020. We're gonna go to 2021 just next, but I wanna show you the actual real numbers on this. So the total collected income for the year between both properties was $44,850. So again, this rents for $4,000 a unit, which should be $48,000 in income, but it wasn't quite that. So you can see that we had a couple vacancies. Insurance fees, we didn't have any there. So total operating income is almost $49,000. So what are my expenses? I had to landscape, I didn't do this. My property management company did this. Cleaning and maintenance, boom, we got a total of $630. Commission and placement fees. So we had to release this property, so we paid our landlord to lease them. Monthly management fees, we paid them almost $4,000 to manage this property. Painting and drywall, $2,200. Supplies, $860. Some utility bills of about $1,000. Total operating expenses, $10,000. Net operating income, $34,000. So total income, total expenses, net income is $34,000. So what is my monthly mortgage payment? So I don't make the $34,000, right? I wish I did, but I still have a monthly mortgage payment I have to pay. So I'm paying out $1,874 every single month because the management fees is already calculated in here. So what's my yearly mortgage payment? It's $22,498, which means my net profit on this deal, net, for an entire year, I make about $12,000 in passive income, which is almost $1,000 a month in profit. Now, look at this. There wasn't that many repairs in here. It was $2,200 roughly, maybe $3,000 in repairs. So that's pretty good for an entire year on a duplex on 2 units. So then if we jump into 2021, again, very real numbers. I want to be as transparent with you all as possible. I don't want to give any fluff in this. So what is the rent? 48 grand, boom. This one was 100% rented. And then we got some utility charges because we pay the utilities here and then we get the utilities paid back to us. So $49,000 in income. Landscaping was $900, management fees. So we did not have any placement fees here. So make sure you look at this. Placement fees is when a new tenant is placed, which means that these tenants re-leased. So we did not have to pay another placement fee, but we do have to pay a management fee. And then some supplies, we paid the utilities. So total operating expenses, $6,700. Net operating income, $42,255. So 49 income, $6,700 in expenses. Total net profit, $4,200 a month. Same mortgage payment that I've been making for the entire time because I have a mortgage that's locked for 30 years. So the same yearly mortgage payment. So my net profit on this deal for the year of 2021, almost $20,000. So if you look at this one, it's $12,000. If you look at this one, it's $20,000. So I made almost 80% more in net income in the year of 2021 than I did in 2020 because I had 100% occupancy, I had no placement fees, and I had less on turnover because these tenants stayed in the property. So when tenants stay in the property, there's less maintenance because you don't have to go in and turn the unit. So you don't have to go in there and spend the money on the paint and the flooring and the carpet and cleaning and all those things because the tenant is staying in the unit. So I don't know who else breaks down these numbers like this, but that's literally my P&L on this property. 100% full transparency for you. So if you appreciate that, smash the like button for me, please, and make sure you drop a comment below. I'm trying to get viral on YouTube. I'm trying to get in front of more people. I greatly appreciate that. You got to understand, those numbers that I just showed you are pretty good case scenarios, especially the year of 2021. Almost having no repairs and no vacancies is basically best case scenario. So sometimes you have that. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you have 5 years with a tenant that doesn't ever call you one time, and then they move out, but the property's destroyed, and then you got to go in and put $20,000 into the renovation to get the property ready to be leased again. So sometimes you're going to have amazing runs, and then sometimes you're going to have not so good runs, but that's just a part of owning rental properties, right? That's why you want to own multiple rental properties instead of just one, because if you own just one, when it's amazing, it's amazing. When it's terrible, it's horrible. But if you own 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 rental properties and you have a couple good ones, a couple bad ones, they kind of balance each other out. And there's never too many high highs or too many low lows. And the craziest part about this deal, normally when you buy houses, you need a 25% down payment. So I told you this is about a $400,000 duplex. I would have needed to save and put $100,000 as a down payment on this deal. But I didn't do that. I actually got this house for free using zero zip of my own dollars. And it's a secret strategy out there that not a ton of people know about. And if you want to learn more about what that strategy is and how you can start getting free houses, make sure you check out this video up here on the left or right. I think it's over here, but check that video out and comment below. Let me know any questions you have. I tried to be as transparent as possible. Drop a comment. Let me know what questions you have. Smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Hit the subscribe and notification bell. See you on the next one.